Hi everyone, so today I decided that Cheese, since she's finally awake from her 4-month-long brumation, which is basically a hibernation-like state for reptiles, she finally woke up a few days ago, and she's already, as you can see, very happy that she's awake. She's loving life. So I decided that I should probably clean out her enclosure as well as redecorate it because there appears to be some spider webs or some fuzzies in there. I guess they moved in while she was asleep, and there's just, bits of shed and just, food and whatever that she has thrown around the last couple of days, because I tried to feed her and she wasn't happy that I was here, and she threw the food everywhere. Yes, Cheese, I'm talking about you. So I guess it's time to redo her enclosure, and since it's looked like this for a while, I thought it would be fun. And someone requested me to make a video on how I set up my enclosures, so I thought this would be a good video to make. I cannot remove this glass door, which slides, because I've moved around my enclosures and my whole room once again. So before, I used to have a bed on top of her enclosure. I don't know if I can find a picture of it, but this thing used to be my bed, but now I have a bunk bed. So underneath I have another enclosure for my frog, and I have some other stuff here. But because there's stuff on top pressing down, this glass I cannot take out anymore because it's pushing down. So I guess we're just gonna have to redecorate like this. So I guess you can stay in there, Cheese. First step I usually do is I take her out, and then I take everything back out. There's ants on the ground. She threw her food everywhere, and now it's attracting ants. So thanks, Cheese, you just woke up and you're already causing chaos. They're literally ants. There's ants in there, Cheese. What have you done? Everything is empty now, and I have removed a few layers of the substrate. I do clean out her substrate once in a while, like a complete overhaul, I guess, but not that often. Usually I just remove the substrate from the areas she spends the most time in, which is usually this part of the enclosure. She also goes to the bathroom in this area, so I do more frequently change out the substrate here than over there, because she usually does not go over there. She usually just goes there to bask, and then she comes back for the heat. So I'll just be reusing the stuff that I had in here, or what it was in there before, but I will be using that. I also have some leftover moss stuff I had for my frog, who is up there. There he is. He's a ball. So typically for the basking spot, I do like to use stones because they do absorb heat. You do have to be careful though, because sometimes I find that some types of rocks absorb more heat than others, so I usually just test them. I don't know what rocks are, so I usually just test them by putting them under the basking spot and then feeling it, or you can also use a temp gun. So I try not to get rocks that overheat too much because that can actually burn them, so I just use some random ones I got from my garden. I also have logs here that have been disinfected. I do bake mine simply because I do not want insects, because as you can see, they can get through this mesh here and onto my floor, so I do not want that. But typically you usually can just grab from outside and put it in, but you can also bake it and disinfect it with F10, which is a cleaner for reptiles, and that would usually work as well. So I did used to have live plants in here, but someone decided one day that she was just going to kill them all, so now they're dead. Alright, so without further ado, I will be redoing her enclosure. Alright. someone has decided that the sheep moss is edible. Cheese, you stupid. It's not for food, Cheese. She's really confused right now. She's trying to eat the cardboard box now. We have a very intelligent animal in the house. Yes, Cheese. Oh my goodness. Hi, Cheese. You're gonna go back inside. Move. Here, why don't you go back inside? Go on your heels. So far, she seemed to enjoy the curved log I've picked out for her because I thought it would be perfect for her belly, and I was right. Now, I'm looking for one more bendy bridge. You can see I have one back there, just to cover this area. I know for a fact I had two, and I don't know where the second one went. I'll just chuck it over here for now. I made that for her, and she does not like it. Intelligent Cheese over there has already decided that she was going to eat the moss. We will not be putting any in here. Alright, so here we are. I'm just gonna leave that hammock there. I would like to get one more of those I think there's actually Zoomed, those leaves for over there, because if you saw earlier, there was kind of a sad looking fake leaf plant thingy there, so I want to get another one. But for now, it'll just be like that. But so far, she seems to be enjoying her new basking spot. I'm enjoying this mess on my floor. Though it is not much different from what it did look like before, I do like switching it up sometimes. I need to get another rock for here, but this is what it looks like currently. In her enclosure, she has a custom background that I made. It's not the best. It was my first time doing something like that, and I thought, I mean, it turned out decent. It could have been better, but this is just what we have. So with the custom background, we did create a ledge, as you can see over there. I will be putting something up there later. I just need to get some more things, but she also has a hide under there, as you can see it, that I created with the bend bridges, as she likes to hide in there sometimes before she goes to bed, or if she just doesn't want to see me anymore. Oh, here is a grass mat that I picked up. I don't remember from where, but it's meant for outdoors, and I like to put her water dish and her food dish, not her water dish, her bug dish. I put her dishes here so that she can eat there. The rest of it is just some logs. As you can see, she really likes to climb and stuff, as you can see. She loves to climb, and I just have a fake plant in there because she killed the real ones. Hello, Cheese. Oh, she's sleeping. No, Cheese! She ate the moss. Cheese. There was a piece of moss there. She ate it. Cheese, you're stupid. You stupid Cheese, huh? Are you really that hungry? Okay, well, that happened. Over here, again, is the fake plant. So she has some areas to hide underneath there. There's just some rocks here and her basking spot. Since she seems to be very hungry, let's feed her. So because Cheese has been hibernating, or brumating, she missed her birthday as well as her Christmas gift. So here, I have a gift. It says Cheese. It's for you, Cheese. It's been here since November, so great. I made it too hard to open. Alright, let's throw the wrapper thing away before she decides to eat it. Alright, Cheese, would you like to open your gift that is like 4 months late? Wow, what's this, Cheese? Oh my, wow, cockroaches, she's the favorite. Would you like to eat them? Would you like to eat them, Cheese? Yeah, do you recognize it? Every time she sees these cans, she gets very excited. Maybe it's the reflection. I don't know. Alright, okay, yeah, see, she's very excited. So this is just what they look like. Cheese. We love being 4 months late for Christmas. It's okay. It's your birthday gift as well, I guess. No cake this year. I will make her one soon. Here you go, Cheese. Yum. Alright. Hey, Cheese. I have a little cap here. She's very excited. Oh, Cheese! Oh my goodness, Cheese. Okay, I don't really know what just happened, but she did that. Wow, Cheese, you're very excited, aren't you? Okay, here, why don't you, yeah, you take them out yourself, then. Alright, we got twins. Cheese. Hi. Where are you looking right now? You see it? Okay. So, I guess, since there is a pandemic going around, if you're unable to leave your house for, you know, whatever reason, if you're sick or if there's a lockdown, canned insects are great to have on hand, as well as gel food, in case of emergencies. You know, if you have to evacuate your home, these are great as well, because they last a long time, before they are opened, and, they're not alive, so you can have a bunch of them on hand. Just the other day I picked up 2 more cans of grasshoppers in case we're unable to get live for whatever reason. They're up there. So they're not that expensive and they're great to keep for emergencies. They're not a replacement for live insects, as live insects also provide enrichment and you can also gut load them, but these are a good alternative in times of need, as well as a way just to add variety to your reptile's diet. Oh no, Cheese, what's happening, huh? You can't catch things. Cheese, it's literally not alive. There you go. So yeah, I always have a can of or 2 of these in my emergency bag in case we have natural disasters, earthquakes, you know, or a fire, or just a situation like this where we're all stuck in our houses. Eat the cheese? She's getting full, maybe. I don't really know. Usually she eats like 20 of these and then she's full. But she also ate that moss. Of a smart Cheese, huh? So your reptile may not eat these right away, but you know, once they are hungry, they will. Cheese really likes these, so she'll usually just eat them if I toss them in a bowl. Want another one? There you go. You see it? Here. A little bit of wiggling will entice them usually. Jeez. Do you know where it is? Can you see it? Uh-oh. Looks like she wants it, but she's getting lazy, huh? Last one, okay? Can you eat this? There you go. Alright, I think she's full. So after you open them, you can just put them in the fridge. Usually I remove the lid, but whatever. Put them in the fridge, and I usually just finish this up for the rest of the week. So I guess that's basically how I redo my reptile enclosures. One thing I do like to keep in mind is that I want to keep her habitat as well as my other animals' habitat as natural as possible, simply because I believe that they thrive most in a natural environment. Most reptiles and amphibians in the pet trade, although they are captive bred, they have not evolved like, for example, dogs and cats, which have evolved from their descendants. Sorry, from their ancestors. What am I saying? Anyways, they are still pretty much the same as the ones in the wild. So if you release a wild beauty in Australia, which I do not recommend, you shouldn't do that, but it theoretically will thrive as well as the wild ones, simply because they're not much different in, you know, functions and stuff like that. They can still breed. One thing is that is different is the morphs. So for example, in captivity, there are typically a lot more morphs than there are in the wild, but other than that, they are still pretty much the same animal. So, you know, that's just something I like to keep in mind when redoing my reptiles enclosures, which is why you won't see me adding things like pillows or dolls or stuff like that. And that goes for all of my other enclosures, as you can see, the frog and the fish tank. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I guess there really isn't much of a point in this video, but yeah, have a great day.